Ensuring that every American has access to decent housing, to homes that are stable, secure, sanitary, and safe, should be a national priority. Instead, it has become a national failure. Yes, the American Rescue Plan provided emergency rental and homeless assistance as at-risk families struggle to keep a roof over their head during the pandemic. And while this critical support continues to save households from eviction, ending the pandemic will not end our nation's housing crisis.
Even before the onset of COVID-19, nearly 11 million families spent more than half of their incomes on rent. The pandemic has only made that situation worse, especially for communities of color and people of modest means.
I am very happy with the American Jobs Plan because it will produce money to retrofit almost 2 million affordable housing units.
Too many times in Washington, we are confronted with a false choice. People will make the distinction between Wall Street and Main Street. What this bill does, it addresses the thing that's been forgotten for the past 50 years, and that's the neighborhood streets, where the homes are, where people live and struggle every single day.
So the administration is on record for recognizing the crisis of homelessness in America and addressing it by increasing their fiscal budget for this time frame.
We have this expectation that all communities need is the resource. They do need financial resources, public and private capital. But in order to put together an effective strategy, they need technical help, technical support. I think it's important that the federal government recognize that, and so that's why I'm pleased that this effort will address that.
I was very glad to see that the budget included strong increased funding for Section 811 supportive housing for persons with disabilities program.
I have a lot of hope that finally we'll be able to address many of the structural issues as it relates to housing.
I also applaud the budget request before the committee today for its significant investment in affordable housing and specific housing assistance to historically underfunded and marginalized communities.
The phrase HUD is urban development, but HUD as well has so much work that's done in rural areas.
Housing is infrastructure.
These resources will not only transform cities and communities, they will transform lives and fuel our recovery by creating hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs across the country.
Thank you for a budget that reflects the tremendous housing needs facing our country.
Great nations do great things, and this is a great nation. And until we make the kinds of commitments and put the resources behind it, we are not ever going to be what we ought to be. Let's find the resources to invest in our people and the future of this nation.